Weed has become so normalized in today's day and age that for the first time ever, a generation is consuming more of it than they are alcohol. And I think that is the key reason of why weed has become normalized. But I don't think it should be normalized because I think when it's normalized, people underplay what it can actually do to you. There's kind of like a global consensus that it's physically healthier for you than alcohol. And I think there is an argument to be made about that, but I don't think that that should be blindly accepted because that is the case. I think people really underplay the mental side of what weed can do to you. And I wanted to share my experience to kind of illustrate that point. So, growing up, weed was kind of like, it was always seen as like a drug, but then this shift kind of happened when it was legalized and it became much more common. And now it's not really seen like on that same level as it used to be. People are underplaying it now. And people don't realize that it really is a drug. Like, it may not affect you physically as much as like alcohol could, but that's because it affects you mentally because it's a drug. Like, people don't really realize that, I feel like, or they do and they just don't really accept it. An example of this is I'm someone who usually doesn't like ever have negative thoughts about myself, and there's been two separate occasions where I've been high and I've genuinely had suicidal thoughts because of it. And I told people about this, and that took a lot out of me to tell people about that because it was so foreign to me. And when I told them about it, they were like, yeah, that can just happen. Are we serious? Are we seriously at the point in society where altering your physical state, your mental state, enough to the point where you don't feel like continuing living just happens? Are we serious? Like, that's the price you have to pay if you want to get high? Is it really that worth it to you? Like, I just don't accept that. And I think it's kind of crazy, honestly, that it is so normalized in today's day and age because it's just so underplayed to what it can really do to you. Like, it may not be like technically as physically addictive, and that's kind of seen as the main upside of it for recreational use, but I think that just is the core reason of why it's not seen on the same level as it used to be. And I think that really catches people off guard and they don't even notice it because it's just so normalized in today's day and age. And I don't really know where I'm going with this point, but I just wanted to share my experience with it and hope that it at least gives some people some insight into it and they can turn it into a real experience. But I think the other part of it is that you can't really control what the outcome is with it. And I think that is the scariest part. And that's what really puts it over the edge for me because at that point, you're truly just altering your psychological state. And that is like so bad for so many reasons, but I can't really get into all of them in just this short video. But the other main thing I want to talk about is how it's different like every single time. Like, I'm not like an experienced smoker. I've probably only been high like 15 times, and that may seem high to some people, that may seem very low to some people, but I think I have enough of an understanding about what it's like to be able to have a real experience from it and be able to give real information about it because like what you see online and what is given to you isn't always the case because people always will have different experiences, and I wanted to share like what it's actually like for me, and it could be completely different for someone else, and it may work for them, but I think that is the problem, because the people it's working for, like, they're the ones still doing it, and they're the ones that are making it normalized, and that's not even like one person's fault. That's just like as a collective group that creates the problem. But it's just something to be aware of in today's day and age now. But I just wanted to share my experience in the hopes of helping someone. So, thank you.